getting things reported properly. There were some delays that pushed it from one fiscal year to the next. And so that's the largest change that you're probably noting there. However, our net operating income is solid and healthy at a 76% higher year over year, which is resulting in our school lunch program getting about $10 million in this period, and our general profit to be transferred back to the general fund at just over $4 million a year. Are there any questions I can answer on the overall financials?
Director Clayson, you had a question, and then commissioners, if you have questions, please.
Yes, thank you, Chair. I just wanted before any of your colleagues might have the opportunity to ask questions. I know as we've had this transition period of Todd onboarding into his role, there's really been a focus by the department led by Todd, Cade, myself, to really be focusing on how we can improve the tracking of our finances, how we can improve our own internal processes by which we meet about the budget, we track the budget. As you know, there's a lot to keep track of, right? Not only from just a state agency budgeting perspective, but then there are all the financial considerations related to running a massive public enterprise. And so I did just want to say that we've really appreciated Todd's ability to come on board and to very quickly be able to attack the things that needed immediate attention, while also working very diligently on helping us refine, recreate reporting tools, and just make sure that we're tracking the things that we need to track, and have the best ability to very quickly visualize and digest all of our financial information so that we can use that information for decision making. Knowledge is power. Data is obviously a very, very important piece of our ability to make decisions and make sure that they're strategic in nature. So it's just an opportunity for me to tell Todd, thank you. It's also an opportunity as you all sit in subcommittees, right? And we make sure that we brief you on financial matters related to the DABS, that you understand that I think things are headed in a really positive direction. And we'll continue to report on any and all improvements that Todd continues to lead out in me.
Thank you, Director. Questions from any of the other commissioners? Todd, this is an excellent report, and it is. Thank you for the formatting. It is easier for us, not totally financial people to better understand and to get the highlights, and we appreciate that. And you've been so open and inviting, if we have further questions, to reach out to you. And in one of our subcommittees, we had that training. We had the training in the subcommittees, and a little bit of just highlights on Financial 101 and DABS, and that was very, very helpful. I had a question on the package agency contracts, the 292,103 and the expenses. So those are payments to the package agencies.
Correct. So the way that the compensation works for our package agencies, they, based off of dollars sold or bottles sold, get into certain tiers of compensation. And just based off the volume that we're seeing at those package agencies, this year was slightly higher, about $6,000 more for the period ending August 31, 2024 than it was in August 31, 2023, just based off the compensation structure that we have predetermined based off of bottles sold.
Sure, Tanner.
Follow up, and of course we can always do this offline, but I am particularly interested in this little part of our operation. So would the package agency revenues be recorded then under retail sales, I assume? Yeah. And we could maybe work with you to find out what that amount.
Yeah, absolutely. And we can begin to break that out. So if you have requests for additional information,
that would be interesting to break that out. Yeah. Retail stores, package agencies. Yes.
That would be helpful.
Great question.
I'll write that down so I don't forget. And then, yes, absolutely. Currently, it's just lumped in as part of our retail sales. But we can absolutely give the different classifications for those that are managed directly by DABS and those that are package agencies specifically, if that would be helpful. And at any time, you're welcome to request that information from me.
I was going to suggest, thanks, Todd, that you also do it by the different types.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Excellent, Cade. Thank you very much.
I'm ending up with more homework than I expected, but I suppose I can handle it. So,
Todd, if you could also put that in alphabetical number.
No, store number, then alphabetical, then sales volume. Absolutely, Cade. Anything you'd like, sir. Anything
All
else
right, we will move on from that, I believe. Thank you very much, Mr. Darrington. Todd, thank you very, very much. Item number 7 is an operations update from our Deputy Director of Operations, Cade Meyer.
Thank you, Chair Handy. Thank you. We have just a few items we want to cover this morning. One is just a mobile ID update. So the DABS has ended the mobile ID pilot program due to a lack of customer usage and high cost to fully implement and maintain the program. This program allowed shoppers with an official state driver's license installed on their cell phone to use that mobile ID to confirm their legal age and purchase products in state stores. Just to give you a little background, though, the mobile ID program is a Department of Public Safety driver's license division program. The DABS partnered with DPS for their mobile ID project. Unfortunately, there is no permanent funding to fully launch and maintain the high program costs. So we made a decision that this time won't be able to offer that, but we look forward to a future opportunity. I wanted to also let you know that the Foothill replacement store is on track to fully open in February or March of this coming spring. So the project is going well. We're seeing a lot of the building go up and infrastructure be put in place. It's moving along nicely. We're grateful for all those who are involved in that. And then also there's just a slight note that there is a floor replacement going on at our Tooele store. So that means that half of the store is being worked on at night and over the weekends and having big work going on while we're keeping the store open. We have the other half open for business. And so that's taking a little bit and will happen for a couple of weeks. And that will include my operations update. Are there any questions?
We continue to see Cade, we continue to see, of course, that high end of the construction costs, right? At the higher.
We do. I do think
per foot,
yeah. Obviously, the future is what the future will be, but at the same time, we feel like perhaps there's some easiness going on that might happen in the future.
Mr. Chair.
Enter, yes, please.
Thank you. Kate, thanks for that report. And I was actually, you reminded me that I saw the notice at my local liquor store about the mobile ID going away. And I appreciate you. Yeah, so you've noticed it at the stores, and I appreciate you reporting to us some of the reasoning. And it sounds like there's been a solid business decision made here based on, just utilizing taxpayer dollars, like their best use. And appreciate the report on that and the decision on that, given the constraints. I do want to just ask a question to confirm my understanding, though. Will DPS continue to accept the mobile ID
Yes.
as okay? I appreciate that. It's just a bit troublesome to me generally from a policy standpoint that we have one state agency that accepts a certain type of ID and then other state agencies that don't. And again, I think that you all and we have made the right decision here, given the circumstances and the constraints. I would just encourage the DABS team to, work with stakeholders to figure out if there can at least be some consistency in what a state government accepts for its mobile or for its IDs. Thank you.
Of course, we think the program is great. We want it to work, and we'll work forward with those constraints.
I think we appreciate your report, and we'll move on to item number 8. Mr. McHenry, our Assistant Attorney General, our violations and the consent calendar. Please, sir.
Thank you, Chair Handy. We have 6 items on the consent calendar. And just a reminder, they're considered as a block unless any commissioner would like to remove any item. Discussion. Of the 6 items, we have settlement agreements accepted, signed, in place, and ready for commission action.
Thank you very much. And we have had the opportunity in our subcommittees to review these and in our packets. And I would ask the commissioners if there are any questions for Mr. McHenry. Seeing none, I think then it's time for a motion that would indicate that we will going to approve the consent calendar. Commissioner Tenner.
I moved that we approve the consent calendar.
Commissioner Wharton. A second. Thank you very much. It has been moved and seconded that we accept the consent calendar violations report from Mr. McHenry, and I believe we've had an ample opportunity for discussion. So we'll call now Vicky for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui, Aye.
Commissioner Tenert. Aye. Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That is unanimously approved, and Commissioner Tui, we welcome you very much. Thank you very much. We now move to item number 9, the licensee recognitions, and we'll go back now to our Deputy Director of Operations, Mr. Tate Meyer.
Thank you, Chair Handy. We're here going to display all those that passed an SBI inspection. And there are 112 that they're being displayed here. We are so grateful for their efforts and glad we get to see and display their names for everyone today. What a great accomplishment. If a licensee passes a random SBI inspection, it is a clear sign that these businesses are working hard to uphold the standards of preventing underage drinking in our communities. The licensees that passed are the following 15 cities: Tremont, Garland, Sandy, Clearfield, Layton, Ogden, Logan, Syracuse, Brigham City, Smithfield, Mill Creek, Holiday, Brigham City, Salt Lake City, and Richmond. In the month of August, that's where the SBI team was working, and we're really grateful for their efforts and what they did there, and all those that are on that list. Congratulations. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. That is an excellent report. Any questions? Director, did you have something? Go ahead. No, go ahead. You have the next item. So any questions from commissioners? Thank you very much. We'll now move to item number 10, the September licensee license renewal reminder from Executive Director Tiffany Clayson.
Thank you, Chair Handy. Yes, we want to make sure that everyone is aware. I know our compliance staff and leadership have been working hard to notify all of our licensees that are up for renewal in this period, that the renewal period is going to be September 1st through September 30th, 2024, and that will include the following license types: airport lounges, on-premise banquet, hospitality amenity, hotel licenses, resorts, reception centers, restaurants that are full service, and restaurants that are limited service, licensed as a restaurant. So all of these license types, again, that renewal period is September 1st through September 30th. So just a few additional days for that renewal opportunity.
Thank you very much. And we're right in that right now. So I assume there's tremendous activity happening, right? Yeah.
It's a lot. Yeah, this is a pretty significant number of licensees and our compliance specialists are just doing a tremendous job to do all of the hard work that goes into receiving those renewal applications, vetting them, making sure that they have all of the information that's required in order to renew them with fidelity.
Thanks very much. That reminded me, I was going to mention that we all understand, of course, that our Deputy Director of Compliance, Eric Evans, has moved to another position to work for the state legislature. And we just publicly appreciate the great work that she has done and helpful to all of us as commissioners and the department, of course, and she will be missed. We wish her well in her new pursuits. Director, you have item number 11 as the consent agenda, and that includes the approval of the minutes, Commissioner. So we'll turn the time to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Chair Handy. In both subcommittees that are held prior to this meeting, commissioners had all of the information, preparatory information that makes up the items on the consent agenda this month. Of course, we have item A, the approval of the minutes. We have item B, off-premise beer retailer, items 1 through 7. That includes changes of ownership, and then of course, new applicants, special use permits, manufacturing, package agencies, hotels, at a hotel sub-license. We have an airport lounge, on-premise beer retailer, recreational amenity, restaurant limited service, which includes some new applicants, and then a restaurant beer only. So these items, again, all of the information, the preparatory information was included in your packet. I know that it has been reviewed by the commissioners in the subcommittees and then individually. At the time of subcommittees, there did not appear to be any concerns. So Chair Handy, I would turn this presentation now, or this presentation is complete, and I would turn it back over to you if you would like to either entertain questions from your commissioners or entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Thank you, Director. Questions from commissioners on this agenda item? Commissioner Orton, please.
I just wanted to make mention that we're aware that Asher Adams Hotel is a package or a type 1 package agency. And they are supposed to be open by October 15th. And I just wanted to make sure that that is going to happen if we go ahead and award the license today. So we're still on track. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
I would just want to follow up quickly. Actually, I just received photos that Mr. Colvin had of the Asher Adams Hotel. Looks great. Sounds like some things are underneath plastic, but that's to protect them. It is of course a historical location. And so they want to make sure that all of the investment they've made with those upgrades, right, are protected and safe throughout, like sort of the final bits and pieces. It may be a little later than the 15th, but just by a few days. They're staying in very close communication and contact with Mr. Colvin. So we are confident that they will definitely be open around that time. And it all is set up via a contract, and it's a contract agreement versus a license. So we'll make sure to give you an update once they open, but we feel confident that they'll make that obligation.
Not a problem with the fact that a type 1 can't be conditioned. We're not going to run into any statutory
No,
It's contractual.
statutory issues. Okay.
no. Yep.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Remind us of we've talked about this in our subcommittees. What's the address of Asher Adams? Approximately, where is that?
It's in the old Rio Grande building. Yeah, downtown.
Okay.
Near the gateway.
Near the gate.
I know in a former life at a different job, I remember when that project and the folks that were conceptualizing that project were sort of talking about it, and everyone was really excited. So once I put 2 and 2 together, it was exciting to kind of see it all come together and be ready to be open and be a great destination for sure for people to be able to stay at in our fine city.
I didn't realize that was that much. Interesting. Good to know.
Yeah, that clarified it for all of us. I wanted to note also, item I is the on-premise beer retailer with recreational amenity. We had a discussion. This is a Salt Lake City cornhole, whether that was fit the recreational definition. We decided that it did. And so that's going to be interesting. We wish them a great success in their endeavor. All right, thank you very much. Commissioners, now we're ready for a motion to approve the consent agenda. Commissioner Orton? Commissioner Tanner?
Second.
Thank you very much. We have a moved and seconded that we approve the consent agenda that includes the minutes from August 29th, 2004. All in favor? Well, pardon me, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Orton.
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert.
Aye.
Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson.
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That is unanimous. Those are approved. We move to now item number 12, the license application consideration items. Will, as Rob Hansen is excused today, Craig, if you would please join us and provide this presentation to us.
Thank you, Chair Handy and Commissioners. For our bar licenses this month, we have 5-year licenses available in Florida, in addition to your seasonal licenses are available. The first item, we have 2 applicants for a license change of ownership at Post Bar and Grill in Oregon.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Craig? Seeing none, what we'll do here is we'll take the license change of ownership in a motion now. So we need a motion on that. Commissioner Tenner?
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the license change of ownership for the 2 entities listed on our agenda, Post Bar and Grill in Morgan and Corner Pocket Bar in Tooele.
Commissioner Orton, please. Second. Thank you very much. It's been moved and seconded that we approve the license change of ownership as stated. We'll now have roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Those are approved. That's a unanimous vote. We'll now move to the ready to operate applicants, the Venus Club LLC and Tooele.
So we do have one applicant that is ready to operate. It's the Venus Club LLC in Tooele. Their application is in the statutory requirements.
We have had Venus Club on the last agenda in the previous month. We've had discussions about this particular applicant, and I'd like to now have the commissioners make any action on this as they wish. Commissioner Jacobson, please.
Yes, our committee discussed this at some detail, and we'd like to move that this matter be tabled for 1 month in order to allow staff to conduct some further due diligence with regard to some matters that will be important to our determination.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Jacobson. Other comments from commissioners on this? You're presenting this, and I assume you're going to make a motion as well. And in fact, why don't you go ahead and make that as a motion? Can we accept that as a motion, sir?
I did intend it for that to be a motion.
Intended to be a motion.
Move to table the matter. I moved to table the matter to the October meeting of the commission in order that the staff can conduct some further due diligence with regard to this matter.
Thank you very much. Second on this, please.
Second that, and I want to also,
Discussion, please.
yes, I want to also mention that the operations subcommittee discussed this as well. And we are amenable to the recommendation of the compliance subcommittee.
Other discussion from any other commissioners? Seeing none, we'll take this now as a roll call vote. Vicky, please.
Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert, Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That is, that motion is approved, and we'll to have more information in our next month's commission meeting on the Venus Club. We wish you well in the continuing direction for your licensing. Now we have, Craig, we have all other applicants. We have 8 Settlers Lounge. Would you please present that to us?
So for our all other applicants, we have 8 Settlers Lounge, which is down in Exchange Place in Salt Lake City. They have a projected opening of December 1st of this year. The application is complete, all those conditions.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Craig on this item? We'll entertain a motion now. Mr. Tui.
I move that we approve the application for a Settlers Lounge.
Just a second, please. Commissioner Orton is the second. We'll now call for a roll call vote.
Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert. Aye. Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
That is approved. You have now item B, the restaurant full service. Craig, please continue, sir.
So for restaurant full service, this month we do have 54 year-round licenses available. Additionally, 3 summer seasonal licenses. The first item is a change of ownership. This is Grub Steak in Park City. Purchase agreement August 2nd. Entity restructuring. That application is there.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Craig on this item? Then we'll now entertain a motion for approval.
Chair, I'll move that we accept that we approve the license change of ownership for Grub Steak.
Thank you very much. A second, please.
Second.
Commissioner Tui, thank you for that second. We'll have a roll call vote now.
Commissioner Orton, Commissioner Tui.
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert.
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. That is unanimous. We'll now move to all other applicants, please. There are 4 on the list.
So that's
Greg?
correct. Have 4, I want to know items 1, 2, and 3 that are already been. So rest. We should add that full service, alcohol menu. At House of Corn, Mexican cuisine in Salt Lake City. They will surrender their beer license. Aroma Fine Cuisine in Draper is conditional for a business license. Ramen Chizu in Salt Lake City, it is conditional. And Matilda in Park City is conditional. The projected opening date of December 7th. All applications are statutory requirements.
Greg, for that, questions from commissioners? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion for approval.
Chair, I'll move that we approve applicants 1 through 4 for full service restaurant licenses.
Commissioner Tui, a second, please. Commissioner Kenner.
Second from both.
2 seconds. Thank you very much. Roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Orton. Aye. Commissioner Tui,
Aye.
Commissioner Tenert,
Aye.
Commissioner Jacobson,
Aye.
Chair Handy.
Aye. We are now at, thank you very much, Craig. Thank you very much. We are now at item number 13 as we approach the end of our agenda today. And look at that, we're under an hour. Comments from commissioners first. Any comments from any of our commissioners? Commissioner Jacobson, appreciate you joining online. We know you're traveling on business. Thank you. Any comments from other commissioners? Pardon me.
I have a comment for Vicky. I realize that I was online for most of the votes for this meeting, but I realize I probably didn't turn my video on, and that's probably required by statute. So if there's a way that I could record my votes in the affirmative for the items we took where I didn't have my video on, I'd like to go on the record. Just so that we're not, we're following the letter of the law with online meetings and having video on.
I think we could do that.
Okay.
And we also did have a quorum.
Okay,
Majority
understood.
of votes on,
Okay,
but that would be.
okay, thank you. Appreciate that. I just didn't want to cause any headaches after the meeting. Thank you.
Unintended
Chair.
consequences.
Yes.
Anything else, commissioners? Seeing none, I just, before we turn to the public, appreciate Director, you and your staff. You know, you've had some new hires, Mr. Darrington. Eric has joined us here. We lost Erica. And so there's, you know, nothing as constant as change. It causes a lot of consternation. These are critical individuals in our department, and we appreciate how well you are all handling things. And we're here to support you in the way that any way that we can. Thank you. So I'd like to have now any comments from the public. Do we have anyone online, Vicky? Do we have anyone in the public in the room today, please? Please, of course, identify yourself, and we'd be happy to hear from you.
I had Tanner Strickland Leonard. I'm an attorney representing a lot of industry people. And I just had a point of clarification. I wanted to ask Cade if you're able to respond. With the appropriate application, are retailers still allowed to accept a mobile ID?
Yes.
That's all I have.
That was easy. That was a good clarification, though. Yeah, I was in the legislature at the time that that bill was started, and it was, of course, a pilot. And here we are several years later, and kind of sorting things out. And I would assume in the future, technology-wise, that will be available. But as Commissioner Tenner just pointed out, and she knows these things, it's extremely expensive. And so we'll have to see if the legislature wants to, how they want to fund and roll it out. Before I call for a motion for adjournment in our subcommittee, Tracy, you pointed out to mention, I'm going to mention this at the bottom of our agenda. Now I'm going to read this. Anyone who needs to report fraud, abuse, or waste within the Department of Alcohol Beverage Services to the Office of the Internal Auditor, correct, Tracy, at dabsreporting@utah.gov. And we would certainly welcome any of that feedback, any of that direction. With that, commissioners, I will entertain a final motion.
Move to adjourn.
Commissioner Tui moved to adjourn. I assume we'll have a second. And we're not going to call for a roll call vote. All in favor, say aye and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.